of my team reached out to them over the phone today. Some of them we were not able to reach because their phones were switched off. We're rounding up the screening process. The first round starts Monday, March 7th. That's, of course, the round of 16, just like last time. But before that tournament starts, before the round of 16 itself starts, you're going to get two bonus debates next week. We're going to have two live pre-tournament qualifying matches to pick the last two members of our round of 16. So look out for that next week. And if you auditioned, check your email. If you know a child who auditioned, tell them to check their email. If you're a teacher, if you're a principal, you're a proprietor, you're a caregiver, and you know that you uploaded an audition for somebody in your care, check your email to see if we've responded to your own application. We tried to call everybody who made it into the top 18, but some of them did not have their numbers switched on and some of them were not picking up their calls. So check. Tell someone to tell somebody else. If they applied, they should ensure that they do not miss out on their chance to be that one winner, 1 million naira. And 1 million Lagosians who cannot be wrong, tuning in to catch it all. Thank you for tuning in to Hard Facts today. Have a great show for you. It's an extended, well, not really extended. We'll just have a lot of conversations. We'll talk about the protests against the president's delay in signing the Electoral Act Amendment. Then let's talk about the new Lagos Ride scheme. And then let's talk about Russia invading Ukraine. Today on Community You Report, Chukwudi will be here bringing you stories from your community. And on the big hard fact, let's talk about the road to 2023. APC has postponed its convention. Tinubu says young people should wait their turn, while Obasanjo says old people should get out of young people's way. As usual, we'll have news updates at the top of the hour every hour. But let's get started with today's Big Three. Lagos, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. And these are your hard facts.
This is the Big Three on Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Will the president bow to pressure on the Electoral Act Amendment bill? And the lost ride taxis improve mobility without worsening traffic? And how will the world respond to Russia invading Ukraine? Those are the big three. Lagos, let's talk. Civil society wants President Buhari to assent to the Electoral Amendment now. That's our first story. Today, 26 groups organized a protest rally at Unity Fountain, demanding that he signed the bill into law to enable INEC start planning for the 2023 elections. If you're watching our live stream at the moment, you're seeing footage from today's protest. Our live stream is Nigeria Info 99.3. That's on Facebook, YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Joining me from Abuja is Mark Amaza, one of the protesters, one of the organizers of the protests from Yaga Africa. Mark, welcome back to Hard Facts.
Hi.
Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, nice to be here.
Tell us what the turnout was like at the protest.
It was good. It was a good turnout of citizens who came out.
Hello, Mark. The network isn't being very friendly there. Mark, can you hear me? All right. Hello? Hello, Mark? Hello? Maybe you need to change positions because hello, Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Am I audible now?
Yes, now we can hear you live.
Okay. Yeah. So as I was answering your question earlier, there's a really good turnout of citizens who were clamoring and pushing for the president to assent to the bill now, today. So there's a really good turnout at the protest, as you asked.
Okay, a really good turnout. Femi Adesina has now said that the president will sign the bill within hours. This is very, very different from what he said yesterday, which was that the president has until March 1st to sign and everybody should cool down, basically. Do you know? I don't know. Well, as a protest movement, do you take credit for that shift?
Yeah, we do. We have been putting a lot of pressure on the president to sign.
Okay.
So while we do know that the Constitution allows the president to wait till the 1st of March to sign the bill,
Okay.
which will when 30 days from when the bill was transmitted to him will elapse, it's critical he signs it today so that the dates for the 2023 elections are not shifted. If he signs any day after today, then we are not sure the dates for next election have to be shifted. That's because the clause in the bill that requires INEC to issue notice of elections 360 days before the general elections. And that 360 days starts from today. So today is the last chance we have to be able to maintain the 18th February 2023 date that INEC has given for next year's elections.
Okay. Now, like I said, the presidency initially said that there's no rush to sign the bill, but you, the protesters, disagree. What are the reasons why, in your opinion?
Well, for one, if you do remember on 6th of February of January,
All right, we've lost the connection to Mark again. Hopefully, now we can.
Okay, so I said on the 6th of January, the president, in an interview with Channels TV, promised to sign the bill.
Right.
Once the contentious clause around the mode of nomination of candidates was removed.
Right.
If you recall, the previous version of the bill sent to him made direct primaries the only mode of nomination that political parties can use to nominate candidates. That has been changed, and there are now more options.
Right.
So, first of all, he's in keeping with his promise to sign the bill once that has been changed. And secondly, this has been already almost 3 weeks since the bill was sent to him. And I don't think has to exhaust the 30 days for him to be able to give a response on the bill, or for him to sign the bill. 3 weeks is enough time for him for his team to have signed the bill, and his advice to give him proper advice is to sign the bill.
Okay. Do you think he's going to sign the bill?
We are very optimistic he will, and we're very hopeful he will.
Okay. Mark Amaza from Yaga Africa, thank you so much for joining us on Hard Facts.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show.
Lagos, over to you. Do you support or oppose this protest? Do you think that the protest is the reason why Femi Adesina now says that the president will sign the bill within hours? If the president can suddenly sign the bill, then what took so long? 0700-993-993-993. 0700-993-993-993. That's for men. For women, 01-465-7190. By the way, big thank you to Jude Ikezu. Jude Ikezu sent me a message on social media yesterday, and he said, Sandra, I heard you on air saying you didn't have fuel, and I really wanted to get you fuel yesterday, but I couldn't finish work on time. Can I bring it to you today? And I said, okay, sure, thank you. I didn't realize that Jude was serious. Before I got on air just now, Jude gave me a call with, jerry cans of fuel, and he just wants to help me put it in my car. So thank you so much, Jude. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you for being so kind. I honestly did not expect it. I didn't expect him to reach out. I didn't expect him to actually do it. But I'm thankful, and thank you for doing this for me. I really, really appreciate it. Like, I don't even know what to say, and I'm always saying something. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I left the car in the office yesterday because I didn't want to risk getting stuck on the road because I didn't have fuel. So I left in the office yesterday, and to have this be taken care of for me, like, I'm very grateful. Jude, thank you. Jude is one of the things that Jude does for a living is drive for some of the e-hailing services. So he's a regular listener to the show, and thank you, Jude. All right, let's go back to talking about the president and the Electoral Act. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3.
Hello.
Thanks for calling. What's your name, sir?
My name is Basi.
Basi, turn your radio off, and then you've got
Thank
1
you.
minute. Go ahead.
I am calling from Ajawa State here in Lagos.
Welcome, Basi. You've got 1 minute.
The point I want to make is that whether the president signs the bill into law or not,
Okay.
I have problem with the current National Assembly. They have failed to live up to expectation. They have made themselves pliable. Let me tell you something. The Constitution is where the three tiers of government or the three arms of government derive their power over everything. But this National Assembly have compromised the faith that Nigerian people have in them. They allow the president to become so powerful as if we are in a dictatorship.
All right, thanks for calling. Remember, everybody gets 1 minute. We're doing sheriff style. Prince and Amua Duffing, how are you?
How are you, President Sandra?
I'm very well. Welcome. Go ahead.
On behalf of the parliamentary assistant to Mr. Jude.
Thank you. Yeah.
You see, Mr. President must sign the electoral bill. I don't know why Mr. President like to attract criticism to every decision he's about to take. You return this back to the National Assembly before 24 hours. He made the amendment and sent back to his table. If I'm Mr. President, immediately I will sign it to become a law. So sign it. I even do my own. It should be now. That's my side. Those who want to protest, if Mr. President is free to do it, protest is part of a democracy. You have to protest against what you don't like. So for me, Mr. President should do the name bill and sign the bill to become a law.
Thank you very much for calling. Ola is on the line. Hi, Ola.
Hi, Sandra Shola.
Oh, Shola. Hi, Shola. Welcome.
Okay, two things have gotten my attention from President Buhari's approach to issues.
Okay.
With all due respect, I think he's laid back.
Okay.
I think he wouldn't do anything until there's a lot of pressure mounted on him. And because he waited to the very last day, and he gave his word, he should try as much as he can to uphold his word. So people would take his word as word of honor. That's number two. Number three, I'm happy that Nigerians can see again that we can put pressure on government to do what we want them to do. That should get us thinking for 2023. So we're not as powerless as we think we are, but they want us to make us think we are. Once we put pressure on them, we get things done. So we can hold them accountable to the T to really get involved in details of what they're doing. So I think that for 2023, there's a learning point here. Let's get involved and hold our leaders accountable.
All right.
Who comes to be elected for the election, for everything. Because they bow to our prayer when we put the pressure in the right places.
All right.
That's my contribution.
Shola, thank you very much for contributing in 1 minute. Adekunle is on the line. Hi, welcome.
This is Malik, not Adekunle.
Malik, good to have you on the show.
Adekwanu.
Odima Kekime.
Onami Kurodu.
Okay.
Anyway, don't mind my ego.
That's close enough.
Sandra,
Yes.
I remember when I was young, I think at the age of 12 or 13 or 10. The this thing we used to say in school that time, I bossed Mary Bele. If the bench sign that bill, I will boss Mary Bele.
Why you want boss person Bele now?
Nah, Mary, I want boss. I don't say person.
Why Mary own?
We don't know the Mary now. I want you to talk that time. You know, go sign that Sandra.
So you don't believe Femi Adesina when he says in a matter of hours?
Sandra, Femi Adesina that call people the wheelers and the whalers. What did he say? You should forget that thing. Sandra, he only said that to calm the people down. Femi Adesina just saying it. The president will not sign that deal.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. We've got Christopher on the line. Hi, Christopher.
My Presido.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank God for Judo for getting you for. You know,
yes,
I told you
so
that,
I'm glad.
my neighbor, but when I told you close 6, he said cannot meet up. He's an Uber guy too.
Oh.
My friend.
Oh, that's nice.
And I want to thank Mark, right? Mark, the yoga guy.
Yaga.
Is it like I always tell you, to be a good leader, you have to be good. Look at Femi Adesina turning his, what did he say in the morning? They cannot, we are in a hurry. People want to draw. Now it changes. I want to thank Mark once more. They should do more of this. We are more in number, President Sandra. I always say it.
Okay.
That name is Alex, so the one I was trying to remember that day.
Okay.
He's your Minister of Petroleum, Minister of Science and Technology, Minister of in charge of ESCC. Namibi General Senior Special Advisor on General Duties.
Okay.
Thank you, President Sandra.
Thank you very much for calling. Godwin is on the line. Hi, Godwin.
Good afternoon, our able ambassador and President Sandra Ezekwesili.
Good afternoon, sir. Good to have you on the show. Thank you.
Yes, I sent you a message on your Facebook concerning the fuel still at Mobi and something yesterday and today.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I saw it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yes, concerning the topic on ground, If you could recall when this government of Buhari started, it took over how many months to get the ministers appointed.
Turn your radio off. Turn your radio off.
Okay, sorry. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. It took how many months to get the ministers into offices? And the ministers that were brought in, they didn't look at how according to qualification and whatever. And that is how we find ourselves in the mess today. So the one thing is to sign the bill, and another thing is the effectiveness of that bill tomorrow. Because this current government, I asked one of your colleagues one of the questions that this government, what would they be remembered for after 8 years? So at the end, you will see the effectiveness of that bill. These people, this current government, they will abuse it, even if it is this time. But at the same time, it is better anything possible done to ensure that the president signed the bill. It is better be done.
All right, thanks for calling. Victor is on the line. Hi, Victor.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, what Femi Adesina said, he had been saying it before. I don't think they are serious.
Which one? Which of the things he said? That they'll sign it within hours?
Yes. I don't think they are serious. They are not going to do it. Because if somebody want to do something, Sandra, if you want to do something, you map out what you want to do, and you do it at the right time without somebody persuading you to do.
Maybe they forgot. Maybe they thought they'd signed it until we started shouting. Maybe they forgot that they hadn't signed it.
On the new one, Please, let's stop it. They know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. The president doesn't want to sign it. For additional to come out and start saying he will sign it in a matter of time, and some people are raising themselves because of. You see, all these things are politics.
All right, thanks for calling. We're doing sheriff style, so everybody gets 1 minute on the show. That way we can talk to as many people as possible. We don't have one person taking over the entire phone lines. If you just tuned in, civil society wants President Buhari to assent to the Electoral Amendment now. That was our first story on today's show. 26 groups organized a protest rally at Unity Fountain today. If you're watching our live stream, you're seeing video of that event, and they were demanding that he signs the bill into law to enable INEC start planning for the 2023 elections. You're seeing for yourself what happened today. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. YouTube is Nigeria Info FM. We spoke with one of the organizers, Yaga, Mark Amaza from Yaga Africa. He spoke with us about Femi Adesina's initial comment that the president has until March 1st, where he was telling people, please calm down, Jare, you're making noise. And then the presidency making a U-turn through Femi Adesina, where we hear that the president will sign the Electoral Act Amendment bill within hours. And, we also talked about why delay is so dangerous. And Mark said that, time is essentially running out for INEC to make concrete plans for the general elections. INEC's plans are governed by the Electoral Act, so they need to know which version they will use for the elections. So, for example, INEC's official notice of elections must be published no later than 360 days before the scheduled election. So, if we're getting very close to a point where postponement may be needed, we need to know. If the intent is to use the new amendment and they're going to sign it anyway, INEC needs to know. But the fact that presidency has been very silent about this thing, 3 weeks later, quiet like a mouse. Let's take a break. You're listening to Hard Facts. Don't go away.
We report, you decide. Topical conversations that matter to you.
There are people for personal, religious, whatever reasons who do not want to take a vaccine. And I think they have the rights.
They cannot go to stop insecurity. It's to force people to take vaccine. Let them come and kill me. I can never take it.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
How I made $1 million from my organic beauty brand. Do you own an organic beauty brand? Oyeta Kokoroko of Okoko Cosmetics in Canada.
Chetram. Oh yeah.
Has unveiled a new taxi scheme. Speaking of, I want to say thank you again to Judy Kazu. Judy Kazu brought me my chief of staff. Just came to tell me because my chief of staff was the one coordinating with Jude, and he just came to tell me that Jude brought almost 35 liters of fuel for me, and I don't even know how to feel. Like, thank you so much, Jude, Judy Kazu, not Ikazu, Judy Kazu. Thank you so much. I hope that you're hearing this. I hope that, my God, I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. And Jude was telling me that there's no scarcity where he lives in Surulere, that he doesn't know why we're suffering on the island. I don't know why either. They should help us. They should pity our life. Thank you. But Jude, really, thank you so much. But yes, back to the Lagos State government's cars. They have unveiled a new taxi scheme. If you're watching our live stream, I'm showing you pictures of the Lagos Ride. That's what it's called, the Lagos Ride. It's an e-hailing taxi service where the cars are provided by the state government, with the drivers able to pay small and take ownership within 3 to 4 years. I'm looking at the pictures now. It's blue and white, and the cars look really nice too. You can check it out on our live stream. Facebook Nigeria Info 99.3, YouTube Nigeria Info FM. So I said e-hailing. So obviously there's an app for this particular. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted because I'm looking at the pictures of the car. You can actually watch it live. Facebook Nigeria Info 99.3, YouTube Nigeria Info FM. So the app is available for both iOS and Android. Just search for Lagos Ride. Now, what are the goals here? According to Jubril Gawat, Governor Sanwo-Olu's media aide, the goal is to get older, rickety taxis off the streets. So now the drivers of those taxis can switch over to Lagos Ride and get a brand new car, which they can lease to own over time. Beyond that, Gawat says that the government wants to provide a better experience for passengers and drivers. So apart from the e-hailing app, the taxis themselves all have dashboard cameras to make sure that everything that happens inside a Lagos Ride is caught on video. There's also a panic button which passengers can press at any time if they need help. Now, of course, the question becomes, what happens when I press the panic button? Who is on the other side of the panic button? How quickly can they respond and find me? For now, All the cars in the Lagos Ride fleet are from GAC Motors. Incidentally, the GAC is building an assembly plant here in Lagos. So the idea is to keep the money and the jobs from the scheme circulating within the state. Also, GAC has an agreement to set up maintenance centers across the state to ensure that these taxis can be properly maintained across their lifetimes. Great stuff, laudable stuff. But of course, there are questions. There are some questions around priorities, questions around effects. So, for example, the money the state government is spending on getting these taxes, should it have been spent instead on expanding the BRT system with more buses and more dedicated lanes on more routes? More Lagosians take the bus than those who take taxis. So the argument can be made that buses should be a higher priority since they impact more people. Also, the more people we can get to switch from taxis and personal cars to buses and trains, the less traffic there will be on the roads. Because buses pack more commuters into an amount of space than saloon cars or SUVs. So again, the argument can be made that as long as Lagos has such a terrible congestion problem, buses should always be a priority over taxis. Do you agree or disagree? Do you think that the Lagos Ride scheme is a good idea in of itself? And if you think it's a good idea, should it be the priority over buses like BRT? Women, call me on 01465 7190. 01465 7190. Men, call me on 0700 993 993 993. We've got WhatsApp too. WhatsApp is 080 959 75805. And of course, there is Facebook, who is showing you pictures as we keep talking. Facebook's Nigeria Info 99.3. Let's see. Yeah, Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. YouTube is Nigeria Info FM. Hello, thanks for calling.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Precious.
Precious, good to have you on the show. You've got 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I thought you were calling to comment on one of our stories, no?
Yes, I was calling to comment on one of your stories.
So which story? All right. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Benjamin. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Benjamin, you've got 1 minute.
Yeah, Sandra, I just want to ask a question. The Electoral Amendment Bill about the president. What is it that the president don't understand about the bill? Because if somebody is resisting from signing what the citizens are demanding for, so what is it that they don't understand? So is he working for himself or for the citizens? Because I don't understand. Because the country where you are serving the people and the people are crying for something credible for the citizens, and you as a president, you have ministers, you have advisors, and these people, they don't give you information about what the people are talking about, or you don't listen to the citizen. I don't know, because that bill, it is what we have been crying for long.
Thanks for calling, Benjamin. Remember, everybody gets 60 seconds. John is on the line. Hi, John.
This is Ohibo John Happiness.
Good to have you on the show, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Because of the little time given to us, I would like to tell you that Lagos Ride is dead on arrival.
Dead on arrival, why?
Yes, because why? They fail to contact those who knows better to give them a guideline on what to do.
Okay.
In as much we are concerned, that is on a dead condition. For you to pay 1.8 million, then automatically you are going to pay 8.4 million on the car. Then you now expect somebody like us that is on a higher purchase, you will not leave the higher purchase, they will not divert to Lagos Ride. Because of the 1 million you are giving to us, I would like to tell the Lagos government that in a more that condition is concerned, is on dead on arrival.
No, hold on. Let me give you a bit more time because I want to understand
sir.
why.
Okay.
Yes, I want to understand why this is dead on arrival. So the people that they're targeting are those that have rickety cars, not people like you who already have ride-hailing services that you're working with. So why is this dead on arrival?
The truth of the matter is this. The truth of the matter is that they are focusing on Uber and Bolt driver.
Okay.
And we are the people that they want to come and drive on that platform.
Okay.
And we told them that in a more that Idris Shoruga, which is who is claiming as the president of Pepper, was being invited to that platform. He failed to give them a proper guideline. Let me give you an example, man.
Okay.
This car I'm driving right now is 3 million. I collected it.
Okay.
And I am paying instrumentally.
Okay.
Then you now open an app and you put a condition of getting 1.8 million initial payment.
Okay.
Then total payment is going to be 8.4 million. A daily basis remittance of that car is going to be 8,450 naira per day. And we are looking difficult to get 5,000 per day. So you are not telling us that we are going to find favor in the side of government by making sure we are going to work 8,450 per day. So how is it going to be possible?
But it's not. So here's the thing. It's not. Is it mandatory? Let me not say it's not mandatory. Is it mandatory?
The way they are going in is going to be mandatory, man. This is Lagos. We know where they are headed to, because they have been looking for a way to monopolize the business. And they are finding it difficult. And this is a system in which they can penetrate. I am telling you what is going to happen. But I know, in a month that we are concerned as e-hailing driver, we will prefer to be under slave on the platform of Uber and Bolt than for us to fry pan to fire. This is fry pan to fire. So if they want us or if they are helping us, let them contact us to let us tell them what to do. Because
but when Bolt and Uber were coming, they didn't contact you to tell them what to do. They just came and you signed up. So why should the Lagos state government be any different?
Now, if Uber and Bolt came in, there is a system in which Uber and Bolt came in,
right,
and they are not working with that system. That is why we are not complaining.
I see.
So if they claim that they have had our complaint, is it not to rectify the complaint? Then they worsen the situation?
Okay. All right. Let's leave it at that. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Thanks for calling. What's your name?
How are you, Alex? Here.
Alex, welcome.
Yes. So
you don't
I
give
just
you
want to
post
comment
though,
really
as my
quickly.
Minister
I
of
don't have
Petroleum.
time on those two topics, that's on the president and on Lagos State.
Right, go ahead.
Last week I mentioned something about the way we work our democracy, that there is something wrong with the way we practice democracy, with the use of our institutions, right?
Okay.
You see, many of these things should start from the bottom up. I said that last week.
Right.
The topics are different today, but look at this issue of the president. If they had started this discussion from the bottom, we would have first of all had a plan on how long each deliberation would be at each stage. It would not be just on the basis of the mood swing of a president that we'll be talking about signed or no signed. That is something fundamentally wrong with the way we practice democracy here. What we call democracy is authoritarian in Nigeria. That's just a fact. That's why over 200 million people are almost on their knees begging a certain Mr. President to sign a bill.
Thank you very much for calling, Alex. Alaba Alakpe says, Uncle Jude, Eshegaon for fueling our Queen's car at this crucial hour. However, Queen Sandra, PMB will sign the bill, but he will consult Malami, his Minister for Justice, before he takes any steps on the signing. But I will appeal to Buhari not to fall his fans' hands, Biko nu. And Lagos government and its newly taxes ideology, it's a welcome development. But Sandra, does Lagos have enough roads for these cars to ply? What happened to the rest of Lagos areas like Badagry, Ojo, Igando, etc., who have so many people? And lastly, Sandra, the issue of maintenance culture is our major problem. Has this been put into place already? Alakwe is from Sabo Ijewu in Ojo. Thank you very much for sending your message in. Okay, Kayode David says, President Sandra, all this car or bus, it shows that the government of the day doesn't like us at all. Anything they bring for us is like taking our lives. I just need to leave Nigeria. But I'm not understanding, how is this initiative, with more vehicles on the roads? How is that? Let me go to WhatsApp. Those messages I read earlier were from Facebook. Sandra, I like how you shout my name. I think PIB will sign the bill after the public outcry. The newest cabs will be a great addition, but expect much traffic unless they move along the BRT lines. Tunde Max from Badagry. We had a lot of people apply to join the I Beg to Differ students debate tournament from Badagry, by the way. Like, lots of students from Badagry. I'm very worried about how they're going to make it to the live studio in Victoria Island. I'm really worried about that, but Badagry is very well represented this year. We've got more people sending messages via WhatsApp. Habib in Ikorodu says, this is what president wants, pressure. He's already yielding to pressure, and it's unfortunate. Whether he likes it this time around, he will sign. Habib from Ikorodu with that message. More messages on WhatsApp. This clip is for Quadri and Jimmy Disu. All right. I'm sure they will see it when they come in the morning. More messages coming in. The sudden change of tune by Femi Adesina shows the enormous powers we the masses have. So we should always come together to hold our leaders accountable through protests, because it looks like this is the only language that they understand. Let me come back to the phone lines. 99.3, hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good morning.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Obus.
Good to have you on the show. Come closer to your phone. You sound very far away.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Oh, I said come close to your phone. He hung up. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3, hello. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Ajike. I'm calling from Lekki Express.
Ajike, welcome.
So my comment is on this Lagos e-hailing drive, I don't know how you
Lagos ride.
Lagos ride. See, I think the priority should have been to have more of those BRT.
Okay.
Because, it's just logical that, okay, they will carry more passengers.
Right.
Let's assume you have 10 of those e-hailing. Let's assume they are carrying 50.
Right.
Just like it's times multiple of it is the number of cars we are going to have on the road.
Right.
I feel it's a misplaced priority having those motor cars, adding to this congestion and traffic we face on this road every day.
Right.
Not just that, the roads, are they good enough to consummate more cars? That's a question.
Good question. And in 1 minute too. Now let's move outside the country for our final story. Russian troops have crossed into Ukraine. We've been following the Russia-Ukraine crisis every Friday on the Big Three Global Edition. In case you've never caught the Big Three Global Edition, it's every Friday from 3 to 4. It's the same Big Three, but with international stories. And yesterday, Vladimir Putin officially recognized 2 regions in Ukraine as independent nations. Let me give you a quick backstory on these 2 regions. Donetsk and Luhansk. In both places, ethnic Russians are the largest minority, with a bit less than 40% of the population. Ethnic Ukrainians are the majority, just like everywhere else in Ukraine. For the last 8 years, the ethnic Russians in the 2 regions have been pushing for secession. In fact, there's a civil war in both places. Ukraine insists that Russia is behind the agitation and is both funding and arming the groups. There's been a peace treaty in place since 2015 between Ukraine, the 2 regions, and Russia. And that treaty calls for the sovereignty of Ukraine over them. But yesterday, Mr. Putin ended that treaty. And this is quite interesting because a lot of analysts were predicting that Russia would not invade. They insisted that Russia was merely bluffing to try and get some concessions from NATO, such as a promise not to give membership to Ukraine. In fact, a lot of Russia supporters accused its critics of being alarmist when they said that Russia could do something to cause a war, such as recognizing the regions as independent or marching in. Now, Russia has done both. And now the world is watching to see how Ukraine and NATO will react. Speaking of NATO countries, US President Joe Biden has told the world to expect sanctions. Germany has already taken action. They've suspended approval of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which was going to help Russia make money by transporting more of its natural gas to Western Europe. But is it going to end at sanctions, or will the West give military help to Ukraine? Again, if you pay attention to what the analysts are saying, they're split. More of them seem to believe that the West will not strike back because a war with Russia will be costly and it could go nuclear. And most NATO nations may not be willing to face that for Ukraine, that is not a member of NATO. But we're going to be watching that situation. There will definitely be a lot to talk about on Big Three Global Edition. We'll probably just focus on that story on Friday, for the entire hour. I'm going to have two guests in the studio with me and we'll talk about it in detail. But for now, what do you think? Tell me what you think. Men, call me on 0700-993-993. Women, call me on 01465-7190. Everybody gets 1 minute to share their thoughts. And yes, you can talk about any of the stories on the show today. You can talk about the first story or the second or the third. MI is on the line. How you doing? Hello, MI.
Yeah, good day, ma.
Good day.
Yeah, I'm on transit, so I want to talk about this EA lane driving thing.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so there are so many things many people don't know on this lag ride that I would like to explain in a GV, because in the first place, where did they want them to get 1.8 million naira?
Okay.
Down payment. That's number one thing I want to say. If it's an empowerment thing, why are they still charging them commission of over 20%? And then how did they expect them to make 8,000 something per day, including the 25%, when there are other e-hailing companies on the road?
Okay.
I don't know if you understand me.
I understand, yeah.
Now, 1.8 million, if you look at it, 20% of it, total that the car is not actually 9 million naira. So, and they are giving it out when in a year they will pay 3.something million, 3.17 something thousand naira.
Okay.
Now, by the time you multiply by 4, that makes it 12.7 million naira. How is it empowerment? Is it empowerment or slavery? These are the things we need to look at. So, for them to be able to make that kind of amount of money every day to pay Lagos State government or whatever people who are in charge of it, then the government have to fight other states. Other e-hailing company, pardon me. They have to fight people like Uber, Bolt, whatever company that is there doing that kind of business too.
All right, thanks for calling. Okay, strong reaction to the Lagos ride, which is what the Lagos State government is calling it. Good afternoon, Sandra. I think our leader has turned this country into comedy channel the way he handles issues. Buhari, that was crying in 2014 because he wanted power. He got to power and he's misusing the power. All right. Thank you very much for sending your message in. Etim is on the line. Etim, how are you?
I'm cool. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Go ahead.
This electoral transmission of result was to be ascended by Mr. President. Some people who are political intelligent would think that signing this into law is the death and committal for APC. You have to belong to the other room where you are in the kitchen and you prepare the food. You add all the ingredients. You took it in the spoon to your neighbor outside or to your husband in the sitting room or in the living room. The person who prepared the food is the first partaker of the food, because even the Bible says those who labor are the first that will first test the fruit of the labor. So those who are thinking that APC is the end of APC by signing this, whether they sign it solo or not, we appoint INEC, we own the security that will conduct this election. And anybody that will be in charge of the server, because that is the target of the opposition, who will place our person there, because even PDP are protesting against one of the national electoral commissioner, national INEC electoral commissioner.
Is
so
it
we know what we're doing. Even the tubular APC, we know how to go about it. They should not worry.
All right, thanks for calling at him. Paul is on the line. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
I thought I'd been blacklisted. Yesterday I called over 150 times, it ran, and nobody picked.
Oh.
So I said, let me try today. If I've been blacklisted, then I will keep quiet.
It's not possible. Nobody can blacklist you.
Okay. You are doing very good. You know, I'm very proud of you. My household, my little child will always say, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. So,
your time is counting, no?
Yeah, I know. Concerning Russia, okay? Vladimir Putin is a tactician.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not in support of what he has done, but he just wants to see how effective Joe Biden will respond.
Okay.
Because he couldn't have tried this thing with the other guy. What's his name?
Donald Trump?
Donald Trump.
Okay.
No. He can't try it.
Okay.
So he just wants to try what Biden can do. Okay. And we are watching. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. We've got a call from Azu Frank. Azu Frank is calling us from the abroad, but we have to take a break. So I do hope he calls back after the commercial break. But before we go off on this break, we've got Peter from Victoria Island who says, Sandra, I can't understand why Putin of Russia is bent on creating unnecessary tension in the world. Someone is asking if Ajegunle is represented in the debate. Well, we got a number of applications from Ajegunle, but I'll let you know when we officially announce if any of them made it to the top 16. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. You can find me online as Sandra Ezekwesili. Let's take this break. We'll be right back.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
And follow the pre-registration link.
Message from Wisdom Oyeni Akari, who says, I want to talk about the Lagos ride. The government misfired on this. You can't start a business without considering all stakeholders involved. They want drivers to pay a whopping sum of 1,850,000 naira to sign up after paying almost 200,000 naira before onboarding into the platform. People that are struggling with nothing, where will they get that kind of money? Secondly, their estimated rates are high and target a higher class. All right, Wisdom, thank you for your message. Here's what we're going to do. If you are a ride-hailing driver and you want to talk to me about this thing on air next week, please reach out to me on social media. Sandra Ezekwesili on Facebook, S. Ezekwesili on Twitter, S. Ezekwesili on Instagram. Reach out to me and let's plan to have a conversation about this live here on 99.3 Nigeria Info on Hard Facts. I will also work on getting the Lagos State government on the show with me as well, so that between you and Lagos State government and the rest of Lagos, we will talk about what exactly the goal is here, what exactly we're hoping to achieve with this, and how everybody can be happy with it. Yes? Let's finally take that call from Azu Frank. Azu Frank, welcome to the show.
Sandra, good day.
Good day.
Night over here.
Welcome.
10 p.m. over here.
All right.
I want to talk about the Ukraine-Russian crisis.
All right, you've got 1 minute.
I just want Nigerians to learn a lesson. There are no two countries that are divided in the past 10, 20 years that are living in peace. Ukraine is part of Russia. Did Russia invade Ukraine? Is Ukraine really comfortable? Those are questions and diplomacies and all the whole politics they are playing there. Okay. Actually, nobody is fighting any war. The highest we're going to hear is going to be sanctions. We had it in Iran. We had it in China. We had it for mention all those other countries. Nobody's ready to fight any war. Nigerians should just learn. I'm talking about the separatists, those shouting for Biafra, those shouting for Oduduwa, whatever. Immediately you divide, you are drawing those lines on the floor, and those lines are lines of war. Ask Kenya. Have a nice day, Sandra.
Have a nice day. Thank you, Azu, for calling. All right, that's where we draw the curtains on Hard Facts. Thank you again to Jude Ikezu, who brought me over 35 liters, almost 35 liters of fuel. He brought it to the office for me. Because of Jude, I will drive my motor to my house today instead of leaving it in the office like I did yesterday. So thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate you. I can't wait to meet you. And I've actually not even met this person. I don't know what he looks like. I've never met him. Today was the first time we spoke on the phone. So thank you for doing that. Up next is the business news. After that, Community U Report. At 5 o'clock, let's talk about Tinubu, Obasanjo, and the Electoral Act Amendment Bill.
It's 4 o'clock.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.